means keeping my hands on him the first time I go around. Okay, that way, not only does he feel that I have complete control of him, but if he tries to move, my hands will stop him from moving. Okay, then I can start to be further away from him with only a light touch on the side of his face. The light touch here started off with my pushing his head back when I started to go around so that it prevented him from following me. I still haven't released him. Okay, so I can go around him. I still expect him to stay in that position. Okay, so these exercises, he's gotten this far because I've repeated these exercises every day.
Nice.
Okay. Now there's other exercises. There's walking at your side. Now I want him to learn that this is how close I want him to be. But at the same time, in order to have this length of leash, I would have to, if I held it in my hand, I'd have to be bent over like this. And I can't do that. Okay, it's hard on the back. So I wrap the leash around my leg, and I'm going to start.
6 inches or so.
Yeah, it's about 6 or 8 inches. And I take very small steps.
Okay.
So I happen to be doing a figure 8 right now, so I practice both a left-hand turn and a right-hand turn.
And then he has to pay attention to how you're moving, like
Right.
back and
So
forth.
he has to turn the way I turn. And he seems to understand that he can't balk too much when I get him into this situation. So this is a more of a passive way of teaching him the heel. Which is to be this close to you. If you have to teach him like this, my gosh, I would give up really fast.
Yeah.
Now, I've also been working on the come command. The come means I want you to turn your head towards me and start moving towards me right away. Okay, Winston, come. Come on, Winston. Good boy.
Good boy.
Now, when he comes in, I want him to automatically go into a sit position, so I'm going to guide him into that position, and I'm going to trap his face. Okay, so that I can make eye-to-eye contact. Okay, the eye-to-eye contact for this exercise is really important because when you require that a dog look into your face,
Yeah.
Your dog, when you require him to look into your face, he doesn't want to give up his idea of being the leader, so he'll turn his face away. Okay, so when I get him used to practice doing this, looking in my direction, and ideally looking into my eyes, then he'll start to respect me more as a leader. Okay, but when you call your dog, it's not enough for him to just come up to you, take a treat, and then take off. Okay, you want him to wait, look at you, wait for the next command, or wait for a treat. Okay, there's a reason you called your dog. Okay,
Yeah,
it's not just to come close and so you can touch him and then he runs away.
Yeah.
You want him to wait for the next command. Okay, I'm going to call him again. Winston, come. Now, when I call him, I'm not pulling him to me. I'm letting my arms be really low because your hands are more inviting. Your hands are more inviting if you hold them low.
Like low on his chin? Like
down
his
low
face?
at
Oh,
this
down
level.
low. Oh,
Down
I
low.
get it. Okay.
If I call him with my arms at this position, and you back up, you're going to start pulling him, and when the upward pull on the leash makes him either sit or stop.
Okay.
And so that goes against what you want your dog to do, which is come to you.
Yeah.
So you put your hands out here. We've already been working on this hand shown to him as an invitation for him to approach that hand. Okay, so this is where your body language starts to kick in, because we're teaching Winston to pay attention to your body movements, because that's going to give him a clue as to what you want.
Okay.
Okay, if you just tell him come and you don't help him
Yeah.
with your body and your movements, he'll have a very difficult time trying to interpret what you just said.
Okay.
Okay, so we want him to do the exercises, do the movement, and get into the position that you want him to go into by helping him. Okay, anything you teach your dog, you have to help him into the correct movement and position so that he learns it correctly. If you don't help him, he ends up doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so that's not really efficient.
Yeah.
So by doing the repetitions, doing it over and over again, you're working his mind and you're working his muscles. Okay, now.
Can you tell me how I pick him up? You were showing me, how you picked him up and you rotated his muscles. Can you tell me how if I want to get him on my lap?
He's very pliable once you get to know him. So
Yeah.
putting your hands under his shoulder shouldn't be any problem. And then so you just pick him up and put him on your lap. Okay, your control will be your hands underneath his armpits.
Can I hold him? Can I do that?
Sure. Okay, I want you to pick him up. Put your hands under his armpit. And pick him up. Put him on your lap. Slap on your lap. Not on your body, but let his legs slide down. Put your knees together so he doesn't slide down. Okay, you want to start with the joint closest to the body first. And then this is the only way that you're going to be able to give him the kind of contact, physical contact that you want. Okay, and then as we go through more of the exercises, then I'll show you how to praise him by touching his back, touching his head.
His nails, I know this is the least of our issues right now, but his nails are really long because he's been in boarding since June the 6th. Do you all trim their nails?
I will trim his nails before he goes home. Okay, now you should do the movements one leg at a time. Okay, and then the other hand should focus on holding him at the shoulder and his armpits. Okay, now you're ready to go. Now, when you handle him, first you rotate the shoulder, okay, 2 or 3 times, and then you rotate the elbow 2 or 3 times, and then you rotate the wrist
2 or 3 times.
and then you use your thumb to separate the toes.
Put your thumb.
He's a happy boy right now.
Yeah, he is, because he sees his mama, he sees you. You've been.
His mama is really a happy person too.
Yeah.
Okay, now this exercise makes you dominant. Okay, he's in a vulnerable position, so it's up to you. He's thinking, oh, it's up to mom to protect me. Okay, now let's go to the head for now. You're going to use your left hand and push his face over to your right. Okay, and then use your thumb to look in his ears. You're going to check for cleanliness, and then run your fingers around his eyes. Now, whenever there's crusty stuff or any kind of eye discharge, you're going to just wipe it off. Okay, now push his face back to your right with your left hand. You're not done with it yet. Okay, put your left hand on the side of his face. Okay, now you're going to lift up his.
Come on, Ruthie, why did you do that?
Gum right here. Put your finger right here.
She's a
Hold
crazy
it, no, put your finger on the gum right there. No,
Hang
don't
on,
move it.
sweetie.
Don't move it. Just hold it there for a few seconds. Okay, take your finger. Okay, put your left hand back on his shoulder. But with your right hand, push his face to your left. Okay, you're going to start with his ears first. Just look for clean ears. Okay, run your fingers around his eyes. Okay, now lift up his lip, and okay, that's good. Now eventually you'll be able to touch anywhere in his gums and teeth. But right now we just want to let him get used to the feeling of your finger underneath his lip, and then the more you do this, the more you move, and that'll give him time to adjust to your moving your finger. Eventually, if you wish, you'll be able to brush his teeth with your finger, with a finger brush.
Okay.
He actually lets me do anything with him.
Okay.
But this is great training for people in general.
So now
Yeah.
you're gonna pick him up by his shoulders, armpits, and put him on your lap in a sit position. Okay. Sit position meaning his front feet has to be on your lap. Put his front feet down on your lap. Lower his front feet so that his front feet are on your knees.
Oh, on my knees. Okay, sorry.
Now his front feet.
Oh, his front feet. Sorry.
Okay, now push his hip down so he's gonna sit. Okay, now you're gonna put your left hand under his jaw and hold the loose skin under his jaw. Under his jaw, not under his throat, but under his jaw. You're gonna squeeze it just like this, and then require him to look forward. Okay, use your right hand to help push his face forward. Your right hand is going to stroke his head 3 or 4 times. Okay, that's a dominance position. Make sure you're squeezing the skin. Don't let go of the skin. Are you pinching the skin?
I'm not pinching it, but
I want you to pinch the
pinch
skin.
it.
It doesn't hurt him. It's like the skin at your elbow. Okay, and it's to control the direction he's looking. You want him to look straight ahead. Now you're not pinching, so it's making it difficult for you. Well, the loose skin right as close to under his jaw as possible. See how he keeps looking? Okay, so that skin is your grip, your handle. Okay, your other hand should be on top of his head, helping you to keep him facing forward. So this is what I mean about you being dominant when you're having this position. This is a very dominant position. You have to handle him like you're in charge. Okay, you have to control his ability to look in the back or to the side. He has to be looking forward. Okay, put your hands back on the shoulder and put them back on the ground. And then don't let go of the leash. Keep your fingers on the leash. Okay, good. Let me take the leash. Okay. You look for any excuse to put your hands on him, huh?
She adores him. Yeah.
Okay, so what we talked about earlier, Sonia, was
Yes.
Dianne changing the way she thinks so that she's thinking not as a volunteer or a foster, but as a trainer.
Yeah.
Okay, if you can keep your thinking as a trainer, then you will have much more success in training him, teaching him to be good with other people. Okay, so when you keep him on a leash in the house, that environment, you are totally in charge. He's not the leader anymore. Okay, and that's really important because you want him to practice being a follower for as many hours of the day as possible. When you're not home, he can do whatever he wants. He's not your follower. But when you're home, if you don't put the leash on him, then he's actually practicing being your leader instead of being your follower.
So he's either in the crate if I need to be away from home. I always crate them when I'm away from home.
Right.
So he's
yeah.
either in the crate if I
And then
need
when
to
you
do
come home, you put him on the leash, or if you can't keep him with you, put him back in the crate until you can get him back out again. Okay, we also have another condition called the tie station. Okay, a tie station is a shorter leash. Okay, say this is a sofa. Okay, and I don't want him to leave the sofa, but I'm still in the same room. Okay, I need to be away from him so I can, for instance, carry something, or I have to move back and forth. I just don't want him to get up. Okay, so this will be a spot where he's encouraged to spend a lot of time at. This is called the tie station. He'll have a flat mat or a flat bed to lay on for him to be comfortable.
Oh, I've got plenty of those.
Okay, so you can have more than one tie station. You can have one in your office, one in the dining area, and if your dining and living room area is pretty much the same, then you pick the spot where he can see you at all times when you're in that space.
Okay.
Okay, what did I do here? Okay, that's what I did.
Now, with my other dog is going to be free, so how is that going to affect him?
Well,
or should I crate my other dog?
well, there's two things you can do. You can put both of them on tie stations, but not allow them to interact.
No, right.
Okay, that way when he's on a tie station, the other dog can't approach and bother and get him into trouble.
Yeah, I treat them both the same. So if one is tied, I'll tie the other. Yeah, that's I always have in the past. Treated them both the same.
Okay.
I'm gonna start an exercise with you. It's a sequence of exercises: free dog, sit, and down. Okay, and then this is a good start for learning how to handle the leash, give hand signals, and control his body position. Okay, so the free dog is your hand in front of him, and you're going to bring it away from him, but notice I'm pulling on the leash a little bit to get him to start moving. Free. Good boy, good boy. And then here's a sit signal. Okay, your left hand's going to go on his hip, but notice my right hand is controlling the leash short.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to change hands. I'm going to put the leash in my left hand so I can give the signal downwards. Now, I only give one command, and then I'm going to tap on the leash. Okay, it's a reminder. Winston, I told you to down. So that way, see, the proper way to give the signal and command is one time only, and you follow through with the leash. If there's a very strong distraction, this flipping of the leash may not be enough. Okay, so you'll have to put your left hand on his shoulder and let it be heavy.
Okay.
The way I started is Winston, free. Good boy. There's a sit signal. Okay, and then I helped him lay down or sit. Here's a down signal, and then I started to just lean on him. Okay, I'm not going to smash him to the ground because it wouldn't have helped me change his way of thinking, unlock his mind. That's all I wanted to do. So I put enough pressure to let him know it's information when you put pressure on the shoulder.
Okay.
On the shoulder because that's where the joints are that you want him to unlock. If you press on his head, he's just going to lower his head and he's going to keep his shoulder locked. If you press on the middle of his back, it's not as comfortable, and you might pressure parts of the spine that are sensitive. Okay, but here you don't put any pressure on the spine, you're putting pressure on the shoulder, which is where you want him to focus the information you're giving him. Okay, then he can unlock his shoulders.
Okay.
Okay, so once again, first of all, the leash has to be fairly short. Okay, you're talking about 12, 18 inches. And both hands work together. This hand is moving and the left hand is staying close to the right hand. Good boy. Okay, now, leash is still in the left hand, one signal. Okay, then left hand is on the hip. Okay, all it takes for me to do is to touch him lightly. Okay, now I change hands, down. Okay, now I'm gonna do a little flip of my wrist. Okay, this is really good. I mean, 1 week ago, I was still having to put pressure with my left hand.
Sure.
But the last few days, I've been able to just give him energy. This is what I'm doing, just giving him energy. And that lets him focus on the command that I just gave him. It reminds him I gave him a command. Okay, Dianne, you have any questions before I give you the leash?
No, I think I've got that.
Okay, are you able to stay low in front of him like this? Okay, come on over here, take the leash. First thing you're going to do is give him the free dog signal. Keep your two hands together. Okay, good. And give him the sit signal. Sit signal.
Sit.
Okay, try not to pull up on the leash. You're just making jump.
Sit. Sit.
Okay. Now you're giving in to him. Let me take the leash again. Okay.
I know it's
Have
hard
a
to.
See, your old Dianne is kicking in.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It's all right. We're learning.
So it's really hard to start doing the new handling.
I know
okay?
it's for him. It's for his benefit.
Yeah. So try to do exactly what I do, because then you think, oh, you're doing it just like Jeff. You must be just like Jeff. Okay. So as soon as he stands up, give him a sit signal. You took him all the way over there. He thought he was going to go for a walk.
Oh, I see.
Okay. So Winston, free. Get him up and then sit. So he's still basically right there.
Okay.
You haven't gone anywhere. Okay, now leash is in my left hand. Winston, down. He got so excited that
Yeah,
I
he
kinda
did.
forgot.
I think he got a little amped up.
Yeah.
So if he tries to jump on Dianne like he did,
Well, the reason is your hands on the leash were the leash was too long,
okay.
and you took too many steps. And every step he took, he was getting more and more excited.
Okay.
So you basically want to stay in the same spot. You can move a lot. Your hands can move enough so that he can get up, sit, and lay back down. Okay, Winston, free dog. Good boy. Sit. Okay, see how I change hands right away? My right hand is now holding the leash, and I'm changing hands on the leash again. Down. Now, after he does all this stuff, then you can do this. Okay, this is your reward for handling him into the perfect position. So the reward works both ways.
Okay, I'll try this again. I'll do better this time. Free dog.
Okay, and sit. Okay, good. Change hands on the leash and downward.
Down.
Okay,
Winston.
now put your left hand on his shoulder. Left hand on his shoulder. Okay, keep the leash in your left hand.
Okay.
Push his hip down first, back into the seat.
Sit.
Okay, no additional commands. Put the leash back in your left hand, and with your left hand, push on his shoulder.
With the left hand push
Yeah.
on my shoulder.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay.
Can I rub his
And
belly?
then, no, free dog.
Free dog.
When he's upside down, he's trying to get control back. Okay, now tell him to sit again. Use the,
Free dog. Free dog.
keep your hands together. Okay, tell him to sit. He's already
Sit.
standing. Okay, put the leash in your left hand. Okay, and tell him down with your right hand. Hand
Down.
signal, hand signal, hand signal.
Down.
Okay, now put the leash in your right hand. And put your left hand on his shoulder. Now your leash should be down low. Okay, now flick your wrist. Don't pull him down. When you pull him down like that, you're doing the work.
Okay.
I want you to just flick on the leash. There you go. Okay, again, leash in the left hand. Free dog.
Free dog.
And sit.
Sit.
Okay, now tell him down.
Down.
Put the leash in your right hand. Put the leash in your right hand. Put the leash in your right hand. And put your left hand on the shoulder. Okay. And then free dog again, leash in the left hand.
Free dog.
And sit.
Sit.
Okay. And then tell him down.
Down.
Okay. Keep the leash in your right hand and flick the wrist downwards. There you go. Okay, that's not better. Okay, free
I'll
dog.
have to work on that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of repetition.
I've got video too, Dianne, just in case.
Yeah, okay,
me
let me
just try
take the
to-
leash. Free dog.
Free
Yeah.
dog.
Okay, now,
Sit.
well, let me take the leash. Tell him free dog.
Free dog.
Okay. Now, the hand signals, you have to be more accurate. Okay, you're going like this. Okay. To him, this doesn't mean anything. You want him to follow your hand.
Okay.
Okay? So when I say free dog, okay, here's the sit. Okay, I'm changing hands. Now I'm keeping him facing this way, so that's why you see me pushing and pulling on this side. Okay, here's the down signal. Okay.
Now, changing the leash back and forth in my hands, that's just, you know, when I do this, I'm going to go free dog, okay, and then I'm going to go like this.
Yeah.
Then I change the leash to give him the sit command, and I touch his
Wait, hold on,
back.
hold on. Let's go through the movements again when we change hands on the leash. Okay, so here's free dog, leash in the left hand, signal with the right hand, then you change hands right away. Okay, that way your arms don't cross. Okay,
Okay.
You always want your hands in their own space.
Okay.
Okay, then change hands on the leash again. Here's the down signal. Change hands on the leash, and a flick of the wrist right there. Oh, what a good boy. Okay, now the laying down, you know, he can use this to take advantage of you, because it makes you go all googly eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
You think we don't notice that, huh? Okay.
He's
so
good at that.
so when he does this, then you just get him up again. Free dog, sit, and down.
Okay.
In quick repetition, so that he doesn't have a chance to lay down.
Let me try it again.
Okay, no, let's go into
Sorry,
something else.
Okay, sure.
Okay, we've already got this on video.
Yeah, I'll send it
And
to
then,
you.
Okay.
but what I want you to do is, because next time you see Winston again, you have practice with your other dog. Okay, so I want you to practice these exercises with your other dog,
Hey.
so that you increase your fluency and you be better prepared to handle Winston.
Well, you know, I think I'll do it from the beginning. I think I'll put Spencer on my belt,
Okay.
and I'll pick him up by the shoulders. And
Yeah, that's a cuddle lesson. So you do all those things. A really important exercise also is the recall, calling him to you. Okay, and there's a lot of places you can practice this. The recall is really good to have him come on command, but you can use the recall to teach him that, say, the front door is not your concern. Okay, or that dog over there is not your concern. It's a way to get his attention back to you. So when I call him, I'm going to back up. Okay, I'm giving him an example of direction, and also the speed at which I want him to come. Okay, Winston, come. Okay, a little flick of the wrist. Oh, good boy, good boy. And then when he comes in, I'll put my finger in his collar, and then I'll push on his hip. There's no sit command. The sit is an automatic positioning for him.
when they come to you. Okay.
Yeah. Now notice that I have to fold his back legs. Okay, and then I'll let him go again. He's really distracted by the sounds over there. And then I'll call him again. I want to call him at least 3 times. The eating grass, you know, to me it means that he's getting nervous, and then his tummy is acting up, and he needs to eat something to soothe his tummy.
Okay.
Winston, come. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. It's too bad he's not food driven, because it would make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But the pinch collar makes it easier to get him moving towards me. Okay, so what I'm doing is, whatever direction he's going, I'm going to call him in the opposite direction. Okay, Winston, come. And so when I start to move, the leash will tighten up, but I'm not yanking on the leash when he's coming towards me. I'm just controlling the length, taking in the slack, so that he's not dragging a whole length of leash.
Okay.
Okay, feet up. Okay. Dianne, I'm going to have you take the leash. Okay, and then now don't shorten it up. I want you to go to the end of the leash. Okay, but face him. I want you to see where he is. Two hands next each side of his face. Okay, use your thumbs to stretch his cheeks. to call him. Go. You're going to take it. Don't say his name. Just say come. Back up. Walk backwards. Keep your hands down low. Okay, now hands in his collar. Okay, good. Okay, try not to let go of the leash. Okay, so let him get up. Walk towards the road again. But remember, don't say his name. Okay, step back and call him. Okay, back up. Just look at the wrist. Okay, keep your hands down low. Okay, fingers in his collar. Okay, good. So, by the third time you called him, he was walking to you in a much straighter line.
Yeah.
Where he was kind of going around in a big curve.
That's true.
Okay, free dog, bring him back in the shade. Okay, have a seat and step on the leash so he doesn't jump up on you. Okay. See how much more quickly he lies down
Yeah.
to relax. And he's also starting to become tired. Okay, because you've been training, so it's working
His
mentally.
brain. Yeah.
And so, you know, he doesn't really need to go for a long walk. Okay, what he needs is movement and training with his mind. Okay, movement for his muscles and training, obedience for his mind. Then he'll be more likely to be a couch potato like you see right here than trying to chase everybody away. Okay, and you know that's right now that's what his method of operation is. Okay, he feels like he's in charge, but when you hold him like that, he's not in charge anymore. And when you do obedience exercises, he's not in charge. Now the pinch collar, when the leash goes on, the pinch collar goes on also. Okay, so when you put him in a crate, pinch collar comes off, leash comes off. Matter of fact, you keep those two attached when you put him in the crate, so that when you undo the pinch, it stays with the leash. Tie station, he doesn't have to be on the pinch collar. He can be on the martingale. Okay, you're going to have to get a martingale also. This is an everyday collar. Okay, when you're not really actively training with him, say he's in crate, you can leave a martingale collar.
Okay.
Is that the martingale collar?
Yeah.
Oh,
this
okay.
one, the pink one right here.
Okay.
So see how it's got this loop of chain around? It allows it to tighten up.
What size would this be? Do you have? Oh, I've got his neck measurements. That's okay. I
Yeah.
can just get it.
Well, you can buy this one right here. He's been wearing it since he arrived here.
Yeah.
So this is extra small.
Extra small?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that would be perfect for him. And then even the pinch collar you can purchase here. You're not going to be able to get one with the quick release buckle like that
Now,
anywhere else.
This is just a small issue, but do they come in black?
What?
The-
Oh
this-
yeah,
this,
yeah.
This martingale. Does it come in black? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll buy
We'll
that.
see if
Yeah.
we'll see if they have black or dark blue or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
black would
You don't like pink? You're not a pink person?
not for Winston. No,
Okay.
it's not respectful. You know.
Oh, because I think it looks great, but
Do you? Yeah.
it's okay. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
whatever.
His nose is black, and his I like
Oh, okay. Because I just think it gives them that like extra pop.
really.
It's like,
Extra pop.
yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can purchase it when it's time for him to go.
Okay.
But he's-
I'll buy his collar if we can get it in black and
Yeah,
this.
I'll go ahead and put a black one on him so that next time you see him, you won't be offended.
Well, it's just it's just like Gouda, the name Gouda. I said I can't live with Gouda. I
Well,
just
Gouda
can't
is
live
cheese.
With,
What are you
Yeah.
going to say? That's a Gouda dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
that's a good one. That's a good one. But hey, Jeff, I could totally see the difference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could totally.
Well, the thing is, right now, he's not afraid. He's gained a lot of confidence while he's here.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing is, he hasn't had a moment where he's been in charge. Even when he's in his run,
Yeah.
he's not allowed a lot of freedom. He does go out into the exercise areas, but he's by himself, so he doesn't have a chance to boss anybody else around.
Good.
Okay, and plus we don't want to put him with another dog and then they get into a fight. I don't want to promote that behavior with him.
Right.
So, and then notice that when you work with him the way we did, he falls asleep.
My concern is that my other little dog is going to be a distraction to him.
Well,
And-
he needs to learn, and the other dog, you need to put him on a tie station.
Okay.
Okay, to be fair with Winston.
Yes, exactly. You know,
Yeah.
as I say, they get treated just the same. So
Okay. So your homework is, I'm going to give you some sheets, homework
good.
sheets.
perfect.
Okay, and then you'll work with your other dog, and you're only going to get 2 sheets. The number 1 sheet and the number 4 sheet.
And does that have some of the things that we went over then today? This is what a recap.
Well, not really, because a lot of what you and I talked about is a philosophy on dog mentality. Okay, and then it's not something that we write down. It's something that we discuss with you.
It's actually, I'm going to do this, but it's hard to not love something that loves you so much.
Oh yeah. But
You
have
love
to
them.
find.
It's just
Yeah.
you're setting them up for success.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the way you love them. It's the same like with the mama of juvenile delinquents. The mamas love their kids, but they didn't do the right things to teach them the civilized way to behave out in society. Okay, so if you really love your kids,
Tough love.
yeah, you teach them what's right, no matter how hard it is for the kids, because they're always going to complain.
Well, they always say, I didn't have children. My dogs are my children. So
Yeah.
I say that
Well-
when you hear people say, it hurts, the parents say, it hurts me more to do this than you,
Yeah.
I get it now.
But you have to think in what your dog needs to be successful. Okay, and then that's what we're providing them. A dog that has had training, a dog that knows how to be obedient, has a better life. Okay, it's the dogs that are behaving like dogs that end up in the shelters and get put down
Yeah.
because you can't find homes for them.
Right.
Okay, so this is where training is really important for your dog's, how would you say
Just
it?
welfare, their well-being, their
And you
mental.
don't pet them or anything like that. I mean, you don't
Only as a reward. Okay, every reward has a reason for it to be there. It's like, if you give a teenager a car
Yeah.
for no reason at all, then he's going to be entitled.
Take it for granted. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's not going to respect the fact that you gave him a car. He's not going to respect the rules. He's not going to respect the fact that this is his car. He's going to trash it
He
in
is.
a few weeks.
Yep.
And I have to learn, I speak to Winston, I speak to my dogs in a certain way, and I'll have to learn not to speak to them in that way.
Well, you can. It's really important to teach them the words that really mean something. Okay, and as far as that other stuff, don't expect him to understand every sentence that you give to him, because they don't understand. Okay, I've had clients come to me and say, Jeff, I sat my dog down and I explained to him exactly what I need to get from him, and he doesn't get it. Okay, and they're really puzzled that after all that explanation, their dog doesn't get it.
No, mine is usually a cadence, like a greeting that will be a cadence. It'll be the way I'll say something, but it'll be a cadence, and they.
Can we make that a reward? The way she taught.
Well,
Use that cadence as a reward.
well, not really, because the reward that they understand absolutely is a reward.
Okay.
Is a touch,
Okay.
a touch or a smile, or even when you say "good boy," it relaxes your facial muscles. And dogs, they watch you so closely, they will
They pick it up.
understand that when you say "good boy," you're really feeling good, and they that's what they expect. Okay, so to answer your question, you can use a cadence as a reward. Okay, but it has to be something positive. Okay, something that puts a smile on your face.
I always say, when I say, "Did you miss your mommy? Your mommy missed you." Oh, you're such a
Well, I don't know about that, Jim.
He
What
knows
if he
that.
doesn't really miss the mommy?
He does. He does, though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think that's kind of like nice little somethings, but like you said, the reward is the touch, right? The reward is the touch and the.
Because when you start saying a phrase like "Did you miss your mommy?" then what happens after that?
He's just happy. Yeah.
He might revert back to old.
Okay, so what you're doing is you're giving him permission to be excited out of control.
Okay.
So you have to watch why and what happens when you do those things, make those statements.
I won't do that then. That's
So start
just natural.
getting used to saying something that's pleasing, but calm at the same time. Okay. Sometimes that's really hard, but Okay,
This is really good.
let's take him back in the office, and then I can show you what the collars look like.
Okay.